Hey guys, it's Mike. I'm coming at you switching gears today. There's a new game that is coming in that I am very excited about. It's from a developer who is brand new. They actually used to make a lot of videos on Raid Shadow Legends. I watched him religiously for 4 years. He helped me with my account. He teamed up with other content creators in that category. I watched all their videos too. So it's a team of people that are bringing out a game that is designed by gamers for gamers. And it's going to be a gacha game, and it's coming out from Fateless. You might have heard about it. It's GodForge. I am hoping to be part of the beta testing that's about to launch in the next couple months, but I am going to try to plug into this game and see exactly what's going on and be a part of this experience. And hopefully some of you guys will come along with me. So trying to create some excitement about this new game and really hit the ground running. This doesn't mean I'm giving up on Guild of Guardians. I am going to keep my finger on the pulse over there because I do think the NFT character design has a lot of merit, and over time I think it will get better. But at this point in time right now, I just don't feel like there's enough content there to actually maintain the channel or grow it currently. I think we need a lot more players in the game, and in order to really get those players, you're going to have to make those adjustments we talked about in yesterday's video. But moving forward, I'm very excited to cover GodForge by Fateless and cue the new intro. So I am very excited to be a part of this journey. I was listening to Hell Hades or Simon back, I want to say it was about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, when he talked about initially bringing out a game of his own making, and I couldn't be more excited. He's a content creator that does a phenomenal job and has a lot of great ideas, and some of my favorite videos he ever posted were things that were wrong with the game or things that would improve the game, and I'd sit there for 15-20 minutes listening to all of his suggestions, just thinking that would be so amazing. And now he has a platform and a game where his ideas are listened to, and they're going to be probably implemented. And it's not just him. There's a team of several folks that are content creators that got me hooked on Raid. I think Chosen's on the team. I believe his name's Brad. I just know him as Chosen. I didn't even know Simon's name was Simon. He was just Hell Hades to me. Ash is on the team. I believe his name is Tim. Ivy Lee Gaming's on the team. I think her name is Susie. So there's a lot of really cool people that are involved in this project, which is really exciting to basically take out all the stops. Like, they know what makes a good game. They know the things about games they've played that have got them excited about games, and they know the things that have frustrated them. And between the collaboration of that team and among other players and amazing artists, as you'll see with the graphics and everything else going on in the game, there's just so much going on for this game that I think is going to be amazing. Now, the only thing for me personally that could really take it to the next level would be if there was a way to get these characters as NFTs and start implementing some of those things I do love about Guild of Guardians into this game. And it could happen over time, but at this point, from what I understand, that's not part of the plan. There's not really a play to earn aspect to this game. But I spent 4 years playing Raid, and I loved most of it. There was a lot of grinding going on in there too, but a lot of the reason I loved it were these people and being part of their community and plugging in and seeing what they have to do. And that's part of the reason I wanted to become a content creator, because I felt like it was so rewarding for me being able to experience that journey with them, even though it was kind of silent behind the screen. But I felt like I was part of something bigger. And then I thought, you know what, there may be something that I could give back, and maybe I could be that for somebody else. So that's what got me on this journey, and it's been really fun so far. And I think this new chapter of the journey is going to be really fun and exciting. So I do have a video popped up from Hell Hades talking about the introduction, and we're just going to walk through some of that I find interesting and talk about some of the aspects of the game that I think will be really appealing to you guys, and hopefully some of the time frames and everything else going on with the launch of the beta of this game.
Hey guys, this is Simon from Fateless. Some of you might know me as Hell Hades. Wow, I want to talk about the journey so far. I want to talk about where we are on that journey with our first game development of GodForge.
So I just wanted to pause here real quick and call out the artwork and the attention to detail and everything going on in this game. And this is just a beta demo test at this point in time. It's not a polished product, but you can see the detail in his attire and what's going on with his weapon. The background elements and things of that nature are going to be next level on this game, which I think is super exciting. One of the things that always drew me to Raid was the cool graphics and just the attention to detail in all the characters. And I don't think that that this one's fallen short by any stretch of the imagination. I think this is going to be probably a step above in most cases based on what I've seen. It looks like it's going to be top notch. It's really exciting.
So let's take you through it then. So what's going on? Basically, we are community driven, okay? We're gamers that are building a game. We understand what gamers want. We listen to our community and try to put features in that the community actually really want to see. And ultimately, we are now building GodForge, our first title, a cinematic RPG hero collector inspired by gods, myths, and legends.
So this to me is super exciting. When you have gamers that are developing the game, like they know the things that they like, they know the things that are pitfalls that they kind of struggled through. And not everybody's opinion's the same, but I think a lot of times with developers, they get in this rut of losing touch with the community and losing touch what it is to be a player of the game. And they just get focused on the money, or they get focused on different details, different elements. When you get a team of folks that are completely focused on the player experience, I think that's just a incredible recipe for success. And from a gaming experience, I think that it's going to be something that really stays engaging for a long time, because they are going to keep their finger on the pulse. And I think they are players of their game before they're developers. Like, they're probably more excited to play the game than we are, which I think is really an exciting aspect.
Now, I said we are community driven, and that's absolutely true. We've got a Discord with everyone kind of dropping ideas, which we take those ideas and kind of mold into something which could be a feature in the game. And this YouTube channel actually kind of takes our community through the game development cycle. A lot of people wouldn't know, including me actually, before we started the project, you would not know how much work goes into creating 3D characters. Yeah, from end to end, the time it takes, the fidelity you need from your artists. You've got environments to create, you've got animations, you've got VFX. There's so much that goes into creating a game. It's actually mind-blowing, especially when you're trying to create a game of this quality and standard to compete with studios that literally have got hundreds of millions of dollars to spend on their products. Now, for us, community is everything. We've already got 25,000 people signed up to a beta. You can sign up as well, by the way. I'll put the links down below. We're looking to launch the beta in Q1, towards the end of Q1 of next year, with the game looking to launch towards kind of like back end of Q3 next year.
So real quick, he was making this video, I think it was 3 or 4 months ago. So he's talking about Q1 of this year. I think they were talking towards the end, maybe March timeframe, from what I understand, and then having the game actually go live sometime probably near September. But those dates do depend a lot on what's going on and how the beta testing goes and all of that. But it's upcoming, and I think the registration for beta testing is still available through that link.
We want the community to come in, play test our game, give us feedback through our Discord, and allow us to make changes which really make the game fun. Like, this is all about creating a really cool game. Okay, that's literally it. Everything in terms of our meetings, in terms of our feedback sessions, it's all about, is this actually bringing the fun back into the genre? So where are we so far? We've actually got to the point of building a demo. The demo kind of takes you through the core, I guess a slice of the core loop of playing the game, using your heroes, being able to level them up, being able to summon new heroes. All of those things are in game right now. We've got a number of the heroes fully animated with VFX and sort of cool abilities.
So we got some game footage here that is, I think, incredible. You can see like the graphics are next level. Just all the details going on, even the backgrounds and the weapons. You got the weapon on I think that's Odin. But it's just incredible. You see the background is interacting with the explosion. So a lot of cool things going on there. that I think are going to add to the experience of the gameplay. And I think that with those characters and the detail that's going into them, you're going to be excited when you pull one. Like, you're going to be really excited to just look at your character and be like, wow, it's incredible, the artwork that's going into it.
We've got a launcher which works on PC and Mac, and then we've also got an Android build. So we're getting ourselves really ready for that beta where we can actually pass beta keys out to a really large number of players and say, right, you guys, we want you to hard test this particular experience in the game, whether it's like a new player experience or whether it's, we're giving you a stacked account and see what the end game feels like.
So I think that sounds super cool. Like, they're looking to actually do beginner strategy as well as end game, potentially getting stacked accounts and playing with a lot of these cool players. Personally, I'd be really excited to do the starting side. But anyway, if I get my name pulled or whatever, however this works out, if I get to be a part of it, I'm going to be super excited. I want to do a lot of feedback for them, let them know what I think. It's kind of intimidating just because, like, these are my mentors, sort of. So to come back and give them critical feedback on something they put together is going to be a kind of a flip of the coin, so to speak. But I think as long as the feedback is well thought through and provides a perspective and isn't just nitpicky, I think it's valuable. It doesn't matter where it comes from.
What to expect from our closed beta at the end of Q1. This is what we're working towards. 100 playable heroes. Most games in this genre do not even launch with 100 playable heroes, by the way.
So this kind of brings us up to Guild of Guardians. 100 playable heroes at launch, I think is going to be a huge win. And the way that these games work, it probably will take you a while to start to accumulate those. And if I know their plan as they've laid it out in some of their other videos, like, that's just the start. Like, the characters will continue to come into the game probably monthly, and that player and the character base will grow rapidly. But 100 characters to get through content, and then new content will be coming out. I think in one of the videos he was talking about, they already have a plan for the full first year about growing content, growing players, like all this stuff. So I think that it will be pretty action-packed, and it'll be a great way to introduce to a new character base that won't seem overly complicated. Like, we were talking about Raid yesterday with almost 1,000 characters in the game. When you pull a new character, you don't really know if they're good, bad, or indifferent. And you kind of have to go do research to find out what that character is doing and where to use them in the game, if at all. So starting with kind of a smaller player base and starting early is going to be a benefit, I think, as far as a learning curve. And then you can kind of find out which characters are good, and then that will grow as the characters come into the game, versus trying to step in a year later and then all of a sudden maybe there's 300 or 400 characters in the game, and it becomes a lot more overwhelming. But that's where the content creation, and that's where I found Hell Hades, is I was looking around and be like, hey, I pulled Miscreated Monster, and I was like, I think he might be good. And sure enough, Ash was all about him. Very excited, and it was one of the best polls for my account for a while. I actually got him pretty early, but I found out how good he was and to bury all my resources into him because of the content creating videos that were out at the time. So that's pretty exciting, and I think that it should be a big win coming in with those 100 characters.
Looking to have 100 playable heroes across 5 factions out of the 10 that we're going to go for full launch with. We're going to have a normal campaign experience, so basically your entry-level campaign, 8 different dungeons, pretty much the dungeons which are focused on enhancing a hero's levels, skills, abilities, and 8 dungeons with different bosses in. We're going to have all of the features around developing your heroes, so promoting them, ascending them, awakening them, masteries, ability upgrades. And then, I mean, the core to any game like this is hero summoning. That will also be in the closed beta. Around the same sort of time, we're looking to launch almost like a early adopter type of pack, which you guys could be involved in if you want to. It will involve basically a pre-purchase of cool stuff, honestly. We're working on an art book. We're working on some like cool kind of things for you to personally collect and keep in your home. But then also there will be things for the game for when the game launches, as kind of like an early bird, thank you very much for being involved type of gesture. So look, I just really want to say thank you to everyone who's got involved so far. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoy following the journey of what we're doing. Make sure that you go and follow our social medias to really help us grow as a company and to really sort of burst onto the scene when we launch our game. It's been a crazy, honestly, a crazy 5 years for me. Going from, the rat race, sales guy, with a family, with kids, all the normal stuff really, to following a passion of mine. I'm now involved in something which I can be truly passionate about on a daily basis. Okay, so this journey into firstly content creator and then into game dev is insane. And the studio kind of follows that feeling. Everyone in our team feels like they're part of a family that's building something absolutely amazing.
So I am super excited for this game. They have a weekly podcast they go through and talk to different folks about different aspects of their journey and the game and how they like different pieces of it. They mentioned the 8 dungeons as well as the campaign mode on launch. I think is going to be a really cool way to challenge characters in unique ways and try to develop multiple characters for different dungeon content. We talked about in the video yesterday with Raid. I think they did a really good job with that early on, and then it kind of got overly complicated. But that is part of the thing that with a new game, you get to be part of that entire journey. So if you do go to fateless.gg.com, it takes you up here, and then down below here there will be the beta sign up, and if you want to sign up, that is still live, it looks like. So you can join in on your experience here as well. You do need to join the Discord and set up a screen name or something like that. I'm new to Discord, so I'm trying to figure it out. I got it all kind of dialed in a couple days back, just so that I could join this beta test. So I'm pretty excited on that end. And I'll put a link to the website in the page below. I'll also put a link to that full video in the description below as well. So if you want to go back and see some of the things I skipped over just to make this video a little more concise, you can watch that video in its entirety. But I really appreciate you guys spending time with me here today. I cannot wait to cover more information and more, hopefully, gameplay on GodForge. And I really look forward to seeing you next time.